What if I told you that there is a country where the rain can be sifted, has the biggest flower lives there, and is a home for over 183 languages and dialects? Yep, that place is in Indonesia. It was earth-shattering, and let me tell you, that is just the beginning. And here's things that only can be seen in Indonesia.
First of all, rain in Indonesia can be saved. As a country that has high rainfall, there are negative and positive sides. On the plus side, the farmers are happy because the land is fertile and there are many sources of water. However, for event organizers or individuals who are holding a celebration, the rain can also make people dizzy when they are going to organize an outdoor event. That's why there is a profession called a rain handler. They are tasked with shifting the rain so that certain places will not rain until the event is over. Although there are many pros and cons regarding the truth, rain handlers still exist. Second, the sudden parking attendant appears. If you are in Indonesia and go to a place using a motorized vehicle, when you arrive at that place there is nothing strange. But when you have finished dealing with the place you visit, then want to leave that place, there will be someone, a worker wearing orange clothes, will charge you money. Yet, here's the parking attendant. Their whereabouts like not being detected, but they can suddenly appear near you. Scary, isn't it? Spooky like a ghost. Number 3, there is a lot of shark species in Indonesia. Indonesia has the largest number of shark species in the world. There are 115 species. Indonesia waters have a high diversity of shark species. At least 115 species were found in Indonesia waters. However, there are many sharks that are now on the protected animal list. Number 4, it's also home to the largest volcanic lake on Earth. Lake Toba is the world's biggest natural volcanic lake and it's located inside a supervolcano in northern Sumatra in Indonesia. The lake is simply enormous and had been measured to be roughly 500 meters deep, 100 kilometers long, and 30 kilometers wide. Lake Toba is thought to be the site of a monster eruption that occurred around 70,000 years ago, and it's thought to be the largest known explosive eruption on Earth and killed the majority of humans alive at that time.
Indonesia is the only place on Earth to observe the Komodo dragon in the wild. The Komodo dragon is the world's largest species of lizard and that's 3 meters long and fierce. Scaly creatures exist on just 5 Indonesian islands, that is in Padar, Gili Motang, Flores, Rinca, and naturally in Komodo Island. These animals are truly terrifying with their toxic bites, huge stature, and carnivorous diets. They hunt and kill animals that are far bigger than them, including humans. Are you interested in visiting a Komodo dragon that only exists in Indonesia?
The world's biggest flower lives in Indonesia. The Rafflesia arnoldi, also known as the corpse lily, due to its fall ajar upon blooming, is the largest flower in the world. This hawk flower, mostly grow in Indonesian rainforests, are very tricky to find after months of the bud developing only last a short few days. The orange, red, parasite, and 5-petaled flower has no observable stem or leaves, can grow up to 3 feet, and can weigh a hefty 10 kilograms. The flower was discovered by the Italian botanist and explorer Dr. Edoardo Beccari in 1878 in the rainforest of central Sumatra Island. Speed bump every 5 meters. Level up your driving skill by strolling to narrow street or crowded neighborhood and feel the bump. The speed bump is not built by government, but the community or the owner of the house in front of the street. Some of the speed bump made of big rope, cement or wood. In Indonesia, it is known as flying police as it functions as a guardian to watch vehicles not to speed up. And hopefully, there will be no accident, especially with the kids. Jam karet. According to recent research by an American social psychologist, Indonesia ranks as one of the most relaxed countries in the world with regard to time, second only to Mexico. The phrase "rubber time" is a literal translation of the Indonesian jam karet, meaning that things in life are supposed to happen in a very relaxed fashion.
Home to over 583 different languages and dialects. This shocking number of languages are spoken throughout the Indonesian archipelago, with Bahasa Indonesia being the official language of Indonesia. Country with the most regional languages, as many as 583 languages and dialects of the 67 main languages used by various ethnic groups in Indonesia. The national language is Indonesian, although the regional language with the largest number of the speakers in Indonesia is Javanese. Home to over 700 ethnics. Indonesia is a country with the most ethnic groups in the world. There are more than 740 ethnic groups. Just the Papua province alone boasts over 270 ethnics. The total population for Indonesia is around 242 million people. That's a pretty high number, wow! Largest orchid biodiversity in the world. Indonesia has the largest orchid biodiversity in the world. There are 6,000 types of orchids ranging from the largest, namely the tiger orchid or Grammatophyllum speciosum, to the smallest, namely Thinophyllum, which is a leafless. Fun fact, Indonesia has a very rare black orchid and can only be found in Papua. Interesting, right?
The richest coral reefs in the world. Indonesia's coral reefs are the richest in the world, which is 18% of the world's total. Having an ocean that covers 70% of the total area of the country, Indonesia's water holds the wealth of the world's best coral reefs. Groups of coral reefs that live side by side with a type of algae plant form coral colonies consisting of thousands of small animals, making it a paradise under the sea. Coupled with a pack of colorful fish, it makes it even more beautiful. The richness of biology and the clarity of its water make the Indonesian Marine Park area popular overseas and is also known as a tourist spot. Unique eating habits. Apart from being known for its delicious food offerings, Indonesians also have some unique habits when it comes to eating habits. The first thing is it's not called eating if you don't eat rice. Second, it's common to eat by hand without a spoon. Third, although not everyone does this, the presence of chili sauce as a complement to the dish is an added value in eating food. Very different from other countries, especially those whose main food is not rice. In addition, the habit of eating directly by hand is sometimes labeled as less hygienic. Do you want to try to eat by hand without spoon? Eat chili directly. Have you ever seen a stranger eat chilies directly? Maybe you rarely encounter this when visiting other countries. Even though in Indonesia it's common to eat chilies directly without being processed. In contrast to other countries where most of the population may never eat chili without being processed. They prefer to mix it into chili sauce before mixing it with food.
Change is often replaced with candy. When shopping at supermarket or grocery store in Indonesia, when you shop and get change in coins, you will often get it in the form of candy instead of coins. This is very common in Indonesia. So if you want to shop, make sure you have money in all forms, both in paper and coins. Home to the biggest Buddhist temple in the world. Constructed during the 9th century, the Borobudur Temple, located in Central Java, is the world's largest Buddhist temple and has 1,460 relief panels on the walls, which is the biggest and most complete collection of Buddhist reliefs on earth. The shrine with its 104 Buddha statues dedicated to Lord Buddha is a place for Buddhist pilgrimage. The pilgrimage starts at the base, follows a footpath around the temple, and climbs through levels representing Buddhist cosmology, the world of desire, the world of forms, and the world of formfulness. The number of volcanoes that are still active. Indonesia has more volcanoes than any other country in the world. The 18th and 15th eruption of its Mount Tambora still holds the record for the largest in recent history. Indonesia is one of many places located within the world's most volcanically and seismically active zone, known as the Pacific Ring of Fire. Not infrequently, there are also tourist attractions that use this volcano as a tourist attraction. Are you interested in visiting the place?
What about you? Do you any other exciting things about Indonesia? Please comment below if you have another opinion. Also, hey, if you learned something new today, then give the video a like and share it with a friend.